Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video, and today we have some Dungeons and Dragons goodness. This time it's Dragonlance Warriors of Krynn. Game designed by Rob Davidow and Stephen Baker, based on the Dragonlance series. I picked this up at Ollie's, which is a discount store, for $9.99. So let's take a look at the back and see what it has to say. Battle for the world of Dragonlance. War grips the world of Krynn. The army of the evil Dragon Queen marches across the land, leaving destruction in its wake. An alliance of desperate defenders stands against the relentless march of the ruinous dragon army. On the battlefield and beyond, it's up to a small band of adventurers to turn the tide of battle and save Krynn. Defy the Dragon Queen. Dragonlance Warriors of Krynn is a cooperative game of adventure and strategy where you play heroes battling against a terrifying dragon army. As conflict rages around you, maneuver between battlefields and adventure locations to tip the scales of war. Face sinister dragon army commanders and their forces in battle ranging from skirmishes to epic sieges. Explore the surrounding lands to find treasure, allies, and other advantages. Shape the story of the war through the 12 connected campaign scenarios, and forge a legend of your own. This standalone board game includes rules for integrating characters from the Dungeons & Dragons companion adventure Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen, which is sold separately. We also have a list of the components, and of course all the stuff, picture of some of the stuff of how to lay out the board and all that good stuff like that as well. So let's see what this game is brought to you by Wizards of the Coast. For more information, go to dungeonsanddragons.com, and this was released by Wizards of the Coast in 2022. So let us crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness we have on the inside. So I popped the top already. So you kind of have to, I don't want to use the term rip, but you kind of have to rip the box open, which is not something I particularly care for, but it kind of, as you can tell, it's supposed to be popped off like that. So it's perforated, so it pops, it does rip open this way. So there you go. So it does have it like that. So there's a box. I like to say it this way. Surprise, there's a box inside the box. So what's important is the box on the inside the box. And as you can tell, it is quite tight fitting. So there you have it. We now got that open. So let us crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness we have inside the box. It is a rather large box, like most of the Dungeons and Dragons box sets are. There's lots of goodness inside. So you got some tissue paper on the inside right off the bat, and a rule book. So, and another piece of tissue paper. So we'll put those to the side. Push this to the side, and let's get cracking. Okay, there we go. So we got our rule book. It says Dragonlance Warriors of Krynn. Of course, the beautiful artwork as always, that only D&D can get for you. So there you go. So you get the credits, the components list, you got all that stuff, you got your table of contents, you got your overview. Let's see what it says here. Dragonlance Warriors of Krynn is a cooperative battle game in which 3 to 5 players join the War of the Lance, with each person playing a hero who aids the valiant alliance against the Dragon Queen's invading army. The war unfolds in a multiple scenario campaign, with play progressing through 3 tiers: recruit, veteran, and legendary. As the heroes take on greater challenges in each of the scenarios, the heroes bolster troops, harry enemy units, and carry out side missions, all with the aim of overcoming the terrifying might of the dragon army. First time you play, you want to punch things out, playing through scenarios, turn sequence, combining with Dungeons and Dragons. And there is your setup of the actual gameplay. Getting a scenario, battlefield components, tiles, battle tiles. What else we got here? Markers and trackers. You got tokens. Got lots of stuff here. You got a whole bunch of cards. Of course, you got dice. All kinds of dice. Building your hero board, and stress markers, class cards, ability cards. What else we got? Mastered abilities. Key terms, of course, you need to know these. You understand everything that's going on in the book. More key terms. On your turn, what can you do? You got the event phase, action phase, respite phase, and battle phase. So event phase, reveal and resolve event cards. Action phase, use your actions. Respite phase, reduce your stress or regain ability cards if possible. Battle phase, resolve this turn's battle. So you got more detail as to what all that stuff means. Initiate encounter, move your hero, resolving conflicts. Play free action cards, put out a fire, transfer equipment, respite phase, battle phase. Battle starts, activate commander powers, resolve fights between lines, update control battle lines, and end the turn. Tells you examples of how to battle it runs out, resolving fights between lines, and of course, control battle lines, ending a scenario, and then the aftermath. So it says right here, win. Your heroes gain a reputation card set by the scenario and one medal card chosen from those available. Hold. The heroes gain a reputation card set by the scenario. Lost. At the beginning of the next scenario, the heroes will draw 2 equipment cards and place 2 tactic tokens. Go back and try to win it. Campaign Chronicles. Tiers of play. Veteran tier. Got legendary tier. D&D companion. So it looks like that your basic scenarios are 1 through 4. Then the veteran is 5 through 8, and legendary is 9 through 12. So you know you got 12 missions to complete in this game. So you got the D&D companion adventure, or a role for dungeon master, portraying player characters, different scenarios. The crypt horn sounds, the interdiction, forest edge, reinforced from within. Get those heroes, hunters on the wing, witch's hut, old bridge, coordinated reinforcement, dragons from the east, defeat, on leather wings, gone to ground, quest end, show your prowess with cavalry, rally the banner, terrible tolls. So you got a whole bunch, I'm not going to read them all, whole bunch of things that you can do if you're going to include your Dungeons and Dragons characters into this. You got gatehouses, you got woods, these are all locations, and a whole bunch, a whole bunch. You got 100 different scenarios, more than 100. There's a total of 146 different scenarios that you can get for your D&D if you combine this with your D&D. So this alone gives you enough lore and scenario entries that can last you months. So that's awesome. So that's right here, that's your rulebook, and on the back cover there's nothing. So there's nothing on that, but there's a whole bunch of information. Again, for more information, go to dungeonsanddragons.com or go to whizkids.com for more information about how to play the game. This is not how to play, this is an unboxing, so let's continue getting to it. Then, of course, you've got your scenario book, which we said 1 to 4 is basic. 5 to 9, I think, was the more advanced. And then you got your legendary status. So here you go, you got your introduction, your Dragon Queen returns. Introduction, again, using the book, training grounds, campaign play, blah, blah, blah. How to set up everything. Running a scenario, starting the scenario rules, tent choices, key moments, dragon army control, additional endings, aftermath. So you got the Battle of Volgar is the first one. Second is Marshall's Gambit, how to set it up and the rules for it. Engines of War, Catastrophe, Valley of Barbed Tales, Dark Moon Rises, Break the Walls, Fighting Retreat, March of the Black Rose, Day of 1,000 Fires, Siege of Kalaman, Retreat from the Field, and that's everything. So in your campaign conclusion, honor cards, your rank, and resolution. So that's all dealing with all the things that you get. Now we got some heroes in the game. You've got Ander Valmakos, Hrig Roundbrook, Levana Drakehorn, Tem Tremble, or Temble, not Tremble, but Temble. You've got Ayak Ur, and you got Iriad. It tells you a little bit about those characters. And then here's your chronicle. Again, it's scenarios 1 through 12, like we said before. And here you can keep notes on your progress, which is very, very cool. Again, what we said was I think it was 1 through, I think we said 1 through 4 was the basic. 5 through 9 is your normal status, and then your legendary status is the remainder from 10 through 12. So again, there's your scenario book, there's your rule book right there. Then we have got tokens, and here are your tokens. Looks like front and back are the same. So you got Rising City here, you've got key movement, war engines, exclamation, bunch of stuff here. It says dragon, red dragons, okay, different kinds of dragons, different kinds of beasts, +1, you got assassins, goblin chieftains, all different types of things, mercenaries. Okay, and then flip that over, see if there's anything different on there. There's a flying citadel. What is this on the side? Rising City, okay. War machine, all those are the same. Those are all the same. Vile champion. Just tells you what they are in the back. Okay. Okay, that's good. So that's one set of tokens. These tokens are thinner. I'm not going to lie to you. They are thinner. Doesn't mean they're necessarily cheaper. It just means that they're, once they pop out, do they go back in? There you go. So it is still quality. It's good quality, but it is a thinner cardboard. It is not as thick as you get in your normal board games. It's definitely not. And then you have some tiles down here. You got a trail, you got a village, you got woods, supply wagons. Then you got some more things here. Got some, looks like some barricades there. You got the woods, you got the coast, you got the dragon army outpost, you got the bluff, you got the rocky ledge, you got the woods, center flank. Okay, different flanks that you take, and on the back it gives you more information about the watchtower. You got the summoning circle, you got the tomb, you got an alliance scouting party. Over here you've got so you got active and deactivated. You got witch's hut, you've got the mystic path, you got the haunted woods, you've got the dragon army command tent, you've got scribing pool, and then you got a sacred glade. Okay, and again you have more barricades right there. You got some skulls, which are always good to have. And we got some more areas that are here. We got ruins, we got old bridge, rocky path, the forest clearing, you got the forest path, you got the pond, command tent, you got the abandoned outpost, alliance catapult, the forest edge, you got the beach, you got the ancient monolith. Let's see, flip it this way. There's some things down here. Goblin prisoners, hill giant, black robed wizard, priest of Takhisis. If I'm pronouncing any of these wrong, I apologize. Not done intentionally. And vile champions on the back, letting you know what it is. You got the high road here. You got the dragon army skirmishes. You got thieves corner. You got the bastion. You have fairy pool. You got the mine entrance. You got the command post. You got the mountain road. You got the gatehouse, wooded crossroads, rocky outcrop, and then over here you got the camp. So lots of different terrain to choose from and different locations, which is always cool. You got cards you got to punch out. You got event cards, you got class cards, cards in play, cards for future use. Looks like your game boards, again, very, very thin. So that tells you how thin it is, ladies and gentlemen. Really, really thin. Goes back in, but again, tells you right there, once you punch these out, it's pretty much you're not going to be punching them back in. Okay, they are, like I said, very much so on the thin side, which probably is the reason why you were able to keep the cost down on the creation of this as well. So you got your player boards for each of your characters we mentioned earlier. So let's take a look at one of these cards. It says Lavina Drake Horn. So we got options during your action phase: activate a class power, initiate a conflict, initiate an encounter, move your hero, play free action cards, put out a fire, transfer equipment, and you have your stress level, which is, again, you got your recruit, your veteran, and your legendary. So again, 0 to 4, your recruit. 5, again, it was 5 through 9, you were a veteran, and 10 through 12, you were of a legendary character. So you need to get your guys up to legendary to probably defeat the dragon, which will be popping up probably in the 12th round. And we got more of this stuff as well. Then inside the box, we have some of these. It's a prairie. We got a forest road. Looks like troop movement trays. That's cool. You've got abandoned fields. Got some mountains. Whoop. That. Got some mountains. You got scrublands. And you got canyon. All right. For troop movement, we got fields. You got foothills. Again, probably these are for the larger scale battles that you're going to face, which is crossroads and crags. That's cool. And we got more stuff here. You got a river crossing. X marks the spot. You've got a city gate. You've got more city walls, broken lands. Yeah, farmstead, barrows. You have steps, and you have the stunted forest. And then we got a piece of cardboard in there. Let's see what else we got here. We got plenty of other stuff in here. I'm just showing you the inside the box just to show you, because it is set up a little differently. You got some figures here, and you got some more stuff in here. So let's see what we got here. So these are for your various different troops. Now I'm going to open these up. As always, we open these up with a knife off camera, so if I cut myself, you don't see that. Let's get this open. So I'm assuming these are representing of different levels of troops that you can have. You get a whole boatload of these. These are all purple, and looks like some of them are different designs. So it looks like you have this shape, you have this shape, you have this shape. Okay, those are the same. Yeah, so I'm assuming these are different, and then you got this shape here as well, which is a little different. So again, they represent different military units. This game kind of looks like automatically when I'm looking at it. Again, everything's a little different. So when I'm looking at the board here, when you're placing these, you're going to see, so there are different types of troops that you have in here. So I'll see this one here would go in here. Okay. This one, which is more like that, that would go in here. And this, that marking would be going in here. So there you go. So you, again, those are the three types you have. And you got a whole bag full of purple ones. You'll have to put you have to get a new baggie because that one's all cut up, so they don't include another baggie. And then we have our game specific dice, which is always important to have. So it looks like you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different dice. All 6 are identical. So it has this icon on it, has that icon on it, has nothing. Has 2 swords. So it looks like it has 2 swords, 1 sword on 3 sides, a blank, and the dragon. So it's a D6. Again, it has 3 swords, 1, 2, 3, the dragon, the 2 swords, and the miss. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. So there's your dice here. And you also have 1 red die. So this is obviously going to be for your troop movement, I'm going to assume. That's for, again, for these little guys down here, this is for troop movement. That's what I'm assuming it's for. Okay? And it tells you which type of troop to move. This kind, maybe your king and that, or your general and that, your general and that one, or your command unit, probably that's probably a command unit. That's what that means, probably. Okay, and you get 1 of those dies. And those are probably activation die. So we'll call them that. I'm not going to take these out because you got another set of red, so they're identical. So you're fighting 2 armies, so it's going to have, again, if you're lining up against each other, they're going to have the same set as well. So you have a red set and a purple set, so I don't need to open those up. Same exact, and again, they come in these different sizes, or I should say these different shapes, and you put them on these boards as the scenario asks you to do. Okay. Then we have, just like in any other Dungeons and Dragons game, you have a ton of cards. So let's take the smaller ones first, and let's see how easy these are to open. So let's get the little pull thing here. Never figure out how to get them out. Oh, there we go. I think I got it. Nope. Thought it wouldn't give me a hard time, but it is. So let's just see what we got here. Okay, got it off that way. So let's take a look at these cards first. Got these little cards now, these mini cards. So these are very, very thin cards. So I can understand now why this game is more cost effective or cheaper than the other Dungeons and Dragons games that I have unboxed before. So you can tell that these cards are not of the same quality. They're squared, not rounded. You're not going to put these in sleeves. So that's one thing I'm going to say right off the bat. So again, so these are things that are going to tell you for, okay, so these are stats for veterans, stats for legendary. I don't see a little one. And then you have your recruit. So these are, you start here with this set. So let's go that way. Don't want to give you the misinformation, so we'll just pop this one open first and start off where it says. So you start off with the, I don't want to say the easiest, but you start off with, these are separate, these are strength cards. So this is your recruit. Start here, open these cards when you're ready to play your first game, which we'll be playing shortly. Start here, open these cards, so that's it. So you got, oh, these are different medals that you can get. Okay, different medals, reputation. All right, so different stuff that you can get for rewarding for doing a good job. So wisdom, it says response. After battle dice are rolled, re-roll up to 2 dice. Okay, so these are honor cards. So you got equipment cards. You got honor cards. Okay, so those are rewards you're getting. See what on the other side says here. Oop, hold on. Again, these were all in the same pack that I just opened. All right, so that, and then you, okay. Then you have strength cards. You have dexterity cards, constitution cards, intelligence cards. So these are all to help your character grow. Wisdom cards and charisma cards. Okay, those are that's your stat line for all Dungeons and Dragons games. So we got that all right off the bat. Okay, so again, here's your start card. This is your starting, where you're starting out with. So we got our honor cards. All the backs are the same. So let's take a look. It says, so you're getting, these are the medals that you can earn. So the title will be up top, what it's affecting, and what you get as the benefit. So you got your wisdom. Again, these are medals, your intelligence, free action, Constitution, free action. Reduce the stress of a hero on your tile by 2. It's metal. Strength, your response after battle. Dice are rolled. Roll 1 additional die. Dexterity, you get a free action. Move exactly 1 tile. That's charisma. Is free action. Refresh 2 units on your tile. Get 2 of those. You have constitution, free action. Life guards. Reduce the stress of a hero on your tile by 2. Intelligence, free action. Winged riders of Kalaman. Add 1 tactic token to your tile. Charisma, free action. Heralds of the West. Refresh 2 units on your tile. Again, wisdom, response. Survivors after battle. Dice are rolled. Reroll up to 2 dice. Strength, response. Protectors after battle. Dice are rolled. Roll 1 additional die. Dexterity, free action. Infiltrators. Move exactly 1 tile. Again, free action. Marauders. This is for intelligence. Add 1 tactic token to your tile. Wisdom, response. Far scouts after battle. Dice are rolled. Reroll up to 2 dice. Again, that's for reputation. These are all reputation. Constitution, free action. Die hard. Reduce the stress of a hero by your tile by 2. Strength, response. Saboteurs. After battle, dice are rolled. Roll 1 additional die. Dexterity, free action. Invisible agents. Move exactly 1 tile. And reputation, charisma. Free action. Saviors of Vogler. Yep. You refresh 2 units on your tile. So those are your cards, which would be your honor cards. And then we have our equipment cards. Again, title up top, what it's used for, and it tells you a little bit of information about it. So conscription orders, response at the start of battle, add 2 alliance units to your battle tile. Stolen plans, forged papers, alchemist fire, healer kit, sacred banner, basic poison, letter from command, potion of speed, bag of coins, scroll of fear, and caltrops. People step on those, you drop them. All right, there you go. So that's different kinds of equipment that you can get. Then we've got for strength. Oh, 1 extra card there. Put dexterity back. Got strength cards. And again, title, what it's for. So you got your different strength cards. To add, they just add basically additional die rolls, basically for strength. Okay, that's your strength. Then you have your dexterity. Dexterity says free action, move exactly 1 tile. All right, so all your dexterities are free actions, so they're all identically the same. Okay. So we'll put it that way. So yep. So those are all the same. Again, this is all part of the recruitment. So this is the lowest level that you can get in the game. So basically your introduction, your constitution. Let's see if they're all the same. Free action, reduce the stress of a hero on your tile by 2. Yep. And they're all the same. And they are all the same. Continuing to move forward, we have your intelligence. We're looking at intelligence here, right here. Again, wisdom, the response after battle dice are rolled, re-roll up to 2 dice. So again, these are all the same. Oh, sorry. So we got our, again, it's all of our wisdom cards. Again, they're all the same. So you got your wisdom, you got your constitution, your strength and dexterity. You have all those. And then, of course, we also have our charisma. When we look at charisma here, again, we'll look at the back of the card. It says charisma, free action, refresh 2 units on your tile. Again, they're all the same. Again, all the same. And then we also have our intelligence, which is a free action. Add 1 tactic token to your tile. So again, these are all the same. And then remember, you have these as well. you have these cards. Again, these are your cards for each of the different, these again were for the different, when we have these tokens down here, your troops. So again, each troop has a different card that goes with it. So you have your, so it looks like alliance, foot units. Okay, so that, if you have that, these are your foot troops, as I was saying earlier. These are your lowest level of troops, your foot unit. Okay, so that's your basic fighter. Let's just put it that way. You know, your run-of-the-mill fighter. So let's take a look at those. That's your foot unit. So it tells you different things you could do. Roll 2, it says heavy spears, recruit. Roll 2 battle dice, apply hits to the mounted line. If the alliance commander is ready, apply 2 extra hits. Again, so they're all the same thing. It tells you what it is, who it's used for, the level it's for, which is recruit, and then what it does. Okay, so you got mercenary company, you got Lord Guard, you have heavy foot, you have pike square, local militia, and you have wall of shields. So that would be for your alliance, your foot soldiers. Then you have your alliance, which would be for your missile units, which would be like your arrows and things of that nature. So you notice that looks like a arrowhead right there. So let's take a look. Do we see one of those? There's a token right there. See that this is for this group of guys right here. All right, that's your missile unit. And they're all the same. And laid out the same way. Title, level of play that you're doing, and what it does. So it says roll 2 battle dice, apply hits to any line, roll 1 extra battle die for each hero on this battle tile. So you got Dark in the Skies, battle mages, harrowing fire, heavy javelin, armored crossbows, mercenary archers, and militia archers. So different levels of archers that you might have in the game. That goes on top of here. Then you have what we call your mounted troops. So it looks like these would be guys who are on horseback. Let's see where it's, okay, that would be this right here. Okay, I'm assuming live and versus wounded or dead. All right, alliance mounted units, again, all the same. And we're going to say boom. Banner Guard rally, recruit, apply 2 hits to any line, refresh 2 alliance units. So you have that one. You have mounted soldiers, flank the archers, mounted squires, mercenary light cavalry, light horse archers, flanking charge. I'm assuming these are orders that you're going to give to your troops during battle. And then last but not least, you have the dragon army. That's who you're opposing. So again, the red bag here. So this, I guess this is your good guys here. And these are your dragon army, which is the villains of the game. So again, they have their same thing, the movement for their troops as well. So they have the foot units, they have the missile units as well, and then they have the mounted units. So let's take a look at each of those as well. I'm going to assume, you know what they say when you assume, that they're going to be the same. So let's take a look at this real quick. So this was the Banner Guard rally. Let's see if this is, it says the same thing. No, so it's got different information on it. So okay, let's take a look at them. So you got the Dragon Army, you got the foot units. Again, all these cards are the same. Oh, got one extra one left in there. Okay, the front looks like that. Again, red would be for the Dragon Army. Purple would be for the, let's see what they're calling these, the Alliance. Okay, so it's Alliance versus the Dragon Army. So you got the foot unit, again, title, what level of play you're at, and again, what the result is. It says, Hobgoblin and Heavy Spears, recruit, each woe result during this fight also counts as a hit. Reveal another foot unit card. So here we go. You've got Hobgoblin, Heavy Spears. You've got Bozak, Spellcasters. Mercenary Greatswords. You've got Baz Flurry. You've got Goblin Glaives. You got Goblin Spear Throwers. You got Goblin Swarm, Hobgoblin Swords, Mercenary Halberders. So there you got that. So that's your foot troops. Then you got your archers. Again, you're going based on that figure, which would be in red, but it would look like this, which would be the archer. Again, this is for the Alliance. This is the Dragon Army, which I did not open, but see, their pieces are identical. So you go to the Dragon Army. Again, title, level of play, and then the result. Mercenary pike and bow, recruit. Each will result during this fight also counts as a hit. Reveal another missile unit card. So you got mercenary ballasts. Sorry, mercenary arballasts. That's recruit. Gnomish ballista. Brigand archers. You got draconian bolters. You got goblin slingers. Hobgoblin heavy bows. Goblin fire arrows, and brigand skirmishers. So you're different types of evil troops that are fighting against you. And they're all at different levels of fighters. Dragon army, the mounted unit. Again, these are the ones that would be on horseback. Boz shield breakers. It's a recruit. Again, it's a title. It's the type of fighter that you're fighting. It tells you the level of the fighter you're fighting and the result. Each will result during this fight also counts as a hit. Reveal another mounted unit card. All right, so that's your Boz shield breakers. You have your heavy knight wedge. You have your dragonel riders. You have your mercenary lancers. Hobgoblin pikemas. You have your mercenary horse archers. Goblin chariots. Goblin wolf riders. Fell sorcerers. So that's this. Put that over here. So then we also have cards, additional cards, mini cards. So as you go up in level, you would then move to veteran, which would be the next step. So again, this is your recruit level. So just showing you again your 3 levels: recruit, veteran, and legendary. We just showed you that's everything that's included in the recruit level. Then we're going to move into your, if I could ever get these cards open like they're supposed to. Maybe I don't have long enough nails to do it, so I apologize. I have to go off camera again real quick just to use a blade to open these. So here we go. Okay, so then again, you're going up from basically level 1 to level 2, which is your veteran scale. Do not open these cards unless you are about to begin a veteran tier scenario. Well, I can't do an unboxing if I don't show you these cards, but I'm going to. All right, so again, same thing, alliance cards, and you have draconian army. So again, these are level 2 for veterans. Again, this is the second level, so this would be levels 5 through 9. You'd be playing this. Okay, so there you go. You got your alliance foot units, your alliance for your missile unit, and then for your mounted units, so we'll go through these again real quick. So this would be for your foot soldiers. You'd have mercenary axes, shake 3 units in any line. Foot knight wedge, ignore all woe results during this fight. Reveal another foot unit card. So that's for your alliance for foot units. This is for your alliance missile units. You got 2 for that. Again, mercenary great bows, veteran, and you have the veteran bowmaster veteran. Says look at the next 3 missile unit cards, reveal one of them, and discard the other 2. And then you've got, again, your mounted units, which would say field sappers, add 1 barricade token to 2 alliance units, apply 2 hits to any line. And Salamic knights, remove any dragon army units that take a hit during this fight, reveal another mounted unit card. So those would be your veteran cards for your alliance. Push this back just a little bit so we keep it all together. Again, this is for the veteran level. And then you got your veteran level for foot, for missile units, and for mounted units. So let's keep them separated, and let's go right here, foot units. Again, who you're fighting is Sivak infiltrators. They're a veteran. Shake 3 units in the alliance foot line, reveal another foot unit card. Then you have Frenzied Ogre, roll 5 battle dice, apply hits to the foot line. So that's, you got that there. Again, you got the bad guys. So again, this would be for your missile units. You guys are shooting arrows. You got your unholy strength veteran. If no dragon army units are shaken, add 2 tactic tokens to the mounted line. Otherwise, refresh all units in 1 dragon army line with the most shaken units. Reveal another missile unit card. And then you have Etten Rock Storm, which is another one. Looks like that one goes first. Yep. All right, because less powerful. And then we have the mounted unit army. You have the Fire Riders, and you have the Curse of Tachyssus. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but if I am not, I apologize. Add 1 fire token to alliance lines, reveal another mounted unit card, and this is Curse of Takesis. All right. And those were all your cards that were included for your veteran cards. And then, of course, you go to the highest level, which would be your now legendary. You do not open these cards unless you're about to begin the legendary tier scenario. Again, want to show it to you, so that's why I opened it. So we got the foot units again, missile unit again, and mounted unit. And then we've got so this is for your alliance cards. Again, alliance is purple, dragon army is red. So let's roll on with this. Disruptive charge, shake the dragon army commander, roll 2 battle dice, apply hits to any line. Skirmishing troops, you've got elite crossbows, fire arrows, heroic charge, and you got determination. Those are all for your, I read them all at one time. So your foot units are these 2. Sorry about that. Your heroic charge and your determination. So that's your ground level troops. Then you have your missile unit, which is elite crossbows. Add 2 battle dice to the effect of this fight's final unit card. If possible, reveal another missile unit card. And then fire arrows. So you're starting fires with your archers. And then, of course, you've got your mounted units again. Disruptive charge and your skirmishing troops. It says shake the dragon army commander. Roll 2 battle dice, apply hits to any line. And the other one is your skirmishing troops, which looks like that. So that's all of your legendary status for your alliance troops. And then, of course, you also have for the dragon army, you have the foot unit, 2 for the foot unit, 2 for the missile unit, and 2 for the mounted unit. So let's separate those and let's do them this way. Dragon army foot unit, again, Earth magic, add 3 barricades to units on the dragon army foot line, reveal another foot unit card. Dragon battle roar legendary, refresh all dragon army units, reveal another foot unit card. So that's for foot units. And for missile units, you've got undead artillery, roll 3 battle dice, apply hits to the alliance line with the most units. And you have Arak War Master, which is another one. And then you have, finally, you have your dragon army mounted units. Unholy draining. Remove all shaken alliance units, reveal another mounted unit card. And over here it says towering lancers, roll 6 battle dice. That's a lot. Apply hits to the alliance line with the most units. There you go. So that's for your dragon army. Again, you have your alliance, which is purple, and you have your dragon, and this is for legendary. So you have legendary, you have veteran, and you have the recruit level. So these are all the different levels of play in the game. They also have these cards that go along with each of those additional cards that you have here. So those are stats, increase things, that bonuses that happen to your troops and to your main characters. So this, you have different kinds of decks here. So these would be your gameplay decks. So everything you see here, all these cards are for individual characters and your troops. Now here you have a bunch of event cards. You have war engine cards, shaken cards. Also, you have shaken for both the purple represents shaken for good characters, red is shaken for bad. So your wizard, sorcerer, rogue. Okay. All right, and then we got these cards here too. Okay, cool. It says recruit. Start here. Open these cards when you're ready to play your first game. All right, so in here we've got, okay, it says here, find out more about the cooperative board game, Dragonlance Warriors of Krynn. You scan that thing, you're good to go. And on that side, take the survey, whether you like it or not. Parents, web content is age graded for 13 and up. Thanks for telling me that. All right, these are your different characters that you have. You have a barbarian, your bard, your cleric, your druid, your fighter, your monk, paladin, ranger, rogue, sorcerer, warlock, and wizard. So it tells you right off the bat what they're good at. Ability cards: Constitution, Strength, and Wisdom. Charisma, Dexterity, and Intelligence. Wisdom, Con, and Charisma, Constitution. Druid, it has 2 wisdom, intelligence, and strength. Fighter has strength, constitution, and dexterity. Monk, strength, dexterity, and constitution. Paladin, charisma, wisdom, and strength. Ranger, dexterity, strength, and intelligence. Rogue, dexterity, intelligence, and constitution. Sorcerer is constitution, charisma, and dexterity. And Warlock is intelligence, charisma, and wisdom. And the Wizard has intelligence, wizard, and charisma. So all the cards are set up the same way. The information is just different and tells you what ability cards they pull from. So with the Wizard, this is a recruit card. Let's flip this over. It says Wizard, what has he mastered? Intelligence, wisdom. So initiative, action, dimension endured. Place yourself and another hero on your tile up to 2 tiles away. You can create a shield. So it tells you the different things that he's able to do, that he's mastered these 2 topics. And all the cards are set up exactly the same way, what their special powers are in the back when they first get started. And these are their mastered skills on the back. Okay, so these are important cards. These are your character cards. Then you have your War Engine cards. Grim Banner's Recruit. If crewed, add 2 Dragon Army mounted units to an adjacent battle tile. Okay, so you have your title, level, what it does right here. You have 2 options. So if crewed, if not crewed. So you have 2 options. And you have to read the instruction book to know what crewed means and what not crewed means. Okay, so you have Grim Banners, you have War Drums, you have Catapults, Ballista, and Archer Tower. So different parts of your war machine, basically. And that's your War Engine. You also have your Shaken cards. You have Shaken for your Alliance, and you have Shaken for your Dragon fighters. So let's take a look what we got here. So it's CB 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So your 7 character levels, I'm assuming. So here are your recruits. So these are your characters. The Darrett Highwater card, your Raven Uth Vogler card, your William the Guard, you got Crudel Iron Smile, you got Baracus the Younger, you've got Marshal Vendry, you've got Commander Greystone, and you've got Hannah Shadowbolt. So obviously all these are commanders in the, they're all commanders in the Alliance. Shake 2 units in any dragon line, so they're generals. If you're shaken, this is what happens. Refresh this commander with 2 charisma. So that's how all these cards are identically set up. Those are your main characters, your main, heroes in the game right there. So you have 8 main characters to choose from. There you go. And you also have your villains. So there's 9, 10. Oh, I guess they're numbered 1 through 9 there, and then 10, 1 through 8, and then 9. So you have your Dream Nosebiter, he's a recruit. You have your Xemria, recruit. You have your Lozette of the Black Robes, not roses. You have Viewmaster Roke, Bella Phaon, Breath of Tahesis. You have Grikan Char or Gar, and then you have Kiza Daywatcher, and then you have Korav the Shadow Weaver. We might have an appearance of one of my cats. I hear her calling in the back to me. Again, it's a title of the character, level that they're on, and what their bonuses are, and on the back it tells you if they're shaken, what they're able to do. So when he's shaken, he's a recruit, and these are all shaken cards. So normal, shaken. So those are your, I guess you want to say, generals for the draconian side. Then we also have your event cards. And we got a lot of events in here. I'll pick one and see what's going on here. It says, so you got the title, key moment, right now. Read the entry for the next key moment. Battle phase, skirmish. Then shuffle the event discard pile, including this card, and add it to the bottom of the event deck. Maneuvers. Center flank, left flank, right flank, far left flank. So this is telling you what's happening at your different levels of the fight. as it's going on. So far right flank, your drawn out battle. Here is where we win. Reinforcements, war engines. Dragon Army diversion. Again, Dragon Army are the red, Alliance is the purple. You have the attack shifts. They are all rallying, unrelenting bows, unrelenting soldiers, unrelenting riders, villagers panic. We will join you. Elite tactics, grim omens. Sorry, we'll read that. So right now it's happening. If fewer than 4 objective tokens are on the command tent or command post tile, remove 1 Alliance missile unit from each flank. Battle phase, you're going to get into a skirmish. Okay, it's different phases that you're in. Where are they coming from? Forest patrol, they're encircling us, rally the soldiers, fire, the city rises, delayed blast fireball, unstoppable war engines, hold the line, sorcery, stubborn defense, death dragon, red dragons, necrotic mist, chaos and confusion, borrow spirits fight back, flying citadel, your reputation precedes you, dragons overheard, they have rallied, dragon fire, skirmishers, they know our weakness, flying citadel crumbles, our coalition must hold, follow me, drive them from the field, and dragonels circle by, and they will not surrender. Let's read this one real quick. Right now, if both Dragon Army commanders are ready, activate the commander power of one of those commanders. Otherwise, refresh both Dragon Army commanders, reveal another event card. So this is definitely a tactic game, kind of like Risk in a sense, where you're having major battles between the different armies. And you are the commander of those armies. So let's roll over here real quick, and you just need a little bit more room. So that's your event deck, which is right there. Again, it's more of your tokens. Again, you had your starting deck, which goes right on top of here, and your information that goes right on top of those cards there, so we know where those are. And again, we have cards for Legendary and for Veteran. Again, sorry I have to go off screen here, only to, again, for some reason I can never open those card packs when they have those things. Okay, so we got the legendary, no legendaries. So we got, again, we have our recruit, which is a bottom basic level. And then you have your second level, which would be your, which turns out to be like a 5th level fighter, if you think about it. So this is level 1 to 4 fighter. This is 5 to 9, and legendary is level 10 and up. Got your veteran again, skills, your barbarian, bard, cleric, druid, fighter, monk, paladin, ranger, rogue, sorcerer, warlock, wizard, and then your evil. Oh, that's, no, these are all positive guys. Okay, so let's take a look again. These are your key characters that you're choosing from, different classes. Again, you got your barbarian, veteran, ability cards, constitution, wisdom. It tells you right there what their, all the cards are basically set the same. So it's got the title, the level of play that they're at, the ability cards which they're looking for, and that's just kind of an icon to let you know that a barbarian carries an axe, a bard carries the ukulele, cleric carries a mace, scimitars the druid carries. So that's just basic ideologies. You know what character that, you know, they're usually carrying these type of things. All right, or a battle axe, I should say. All right, so the wizard, if they've mastered these two spells, basically. So it's an initial wall of fire at the start of the battle. Apply 2 hits to each line where the dragon army would be the attacker. Charisma response, they know who I am. At the start of the battle, skip the battle and end the turn. Remove 1 of your charisma ability cards. So again, these are the powers that each of the characters have. Developed, going from level 1 to level, from first level. So from our first level barbarian, now to basically a 5th level barbarian. That's what's happening here. Put this right here. And then again, we've got some more characters here. So C17, as you see, the numbers are going up. And then more bad guys. And you have a couple of these as well. So you have 2 new war engine cards as well. So let's take a look at the purple one real quick. You have Lord Deverell of Starmont. He's a veteran, so he comes to your team as well. You have Thea of the Red Robes, veteran. So these are people coming to your aid. And then you have Tatina, Rook Lil Dust, okay, Willem the Steady, That's your good guys in the back. That's what their shaking card looks like, okay? And then you have your bad guys. Jorl Morghammer of Nordmar, he's a veteran. Werstein Krynn, a veteran, looks like a spellcaster. Morphier the Gold, looks like some sort of warrior. And you have Luang Charfingers, again, another veteran. Let's just see what this guy says. So you got the picture, you got their ranking, you've got, yep, the ranking, and then you have their name, what level they're at, veteran, which is like level 5. Add 1 tactic token to the dragon, army foot, and missile line. So there you go. We got 4 new bad guys. There are generals that are joining in the fray, and also you have 4 new good guys adding into the fray. And you also add in 2 new war engine cards. So let's see what this says. Gnomish Flamethrower, veteran. If crewed, add 2. Oh, meaning that the crewed would mean not crewed, meaning if there's guys who are working the flamethrower, they can use it. If they don't have guys working the flamethrower, they can't use it. So now I know what crewed means. So if crewed, add 2 fire tokens to 2 alliance lines on adjacent battle tiles. If not crewed, add a random recruit tile champion to this tile. And then you got the Doom Horn. So you got 1 for the good and 1 for the bad, I'm assuming. Yes. Okay. And that, again, are all your new cards that you would use once you get to the veteran level. Last but not least, in terms of cards, we do have a couple more things to go through that are in the box. I'll show you. So again, what we have here, let me just put this, get this out of the way real quick. Okay, so we get that off the camera. So what we got here, we got, again, this is for legendary. So this would be levels 10, 11, and 12 would be right here. So again, this is levels 1 through 4. This would be levels 5 through 9, and this is 10, 11, and 12, which would be your legendary character. So again, the barbarian card, bard, the card again of your main characters that you're choosing to be a part of. Okay, again, the ability cards, and these are your spells or things that you've improved upon once you get to that top tier of player. All right, so again, they've mastered these 2 spells. Basically, the wizard has mastered these 2. So intelligence action, delayed blast fireball. If the delayed blast fireball event card isn't in play, put it on the bottom of your event discard pile. Remove 1 of your intelligence ability cards. Means he tried it, he doesn't have it, he can't use it. Animate the dead. At the start of battle, whenever a dragon army unit is removed during this battle, add a shaken alliance unit to any type of your tile. So again, it tells you the extra powers that they have for each of these characters. So it looks like in Legendary, the allies do not get any extra people, but the baddies, bosses, have now appeared. So you have your legendary evil characters for the dragon army. So you have Baccharis the Traitor. Apply 2 hits to the alliance line with the fewest units. You have Kansaladi, Fire Eyes. Each hero and player takes 2 stress. Then you have Red Ruin. He is legendary. For each Red Dragon Vial, champions shake 5 alliance units on each battle tile that neighbors its tile. So he's a really, really bad boy and a big, powerful leader that they have here. And again, these are if they are shaken, as on the back. So for legendary, no more aid are coming to our heroes. Okay. Then you also have some more war engines. Again, if they're crewed or not crewed, meaning they have guys who are running them. Not crewed, meaning that they can't be used. You have a Gnomish Burrower. If crewed, remove 3 barricades from alliance units on any battle tiles. If not crewed, add a random recruit vial champion to this tile. So if there's nobody manning it right now, they're going to send someone over to make sure you man it, and then you could start using it the next turn around. Unholy Altar. If crewed, remove 2 alliance units on each battle tile that has a fire token on an alliance line. If not crewed, add a random recruit vial to this tile. So you're adding to them to make sure you can use this. And the Gnomish Cannon's the same thing. If it's crewed, you can use it. If not, you got to bring a guy over to make sure he mans it, and this way you are covered. So those are your new war engine cards. And again, this deck here is only used for the legendary when you're levels 10, 11, and 12. So those are all your cards. There's your tokens, your dice. You have your boards here of tokens and chits and all that stuff back here. And then you have your tiles for your for your boards. All right, and we have our various different figures that are included in the box. They're in here pretty tight, so let me pull them out. They're already dry brushed, so ready to play right out of the box. That to me would look like a ranger with the bow. Okay, put them on top here. So these are the characters, main characters of the game. Looks like you have a magic user or wizard. Getting dry brushed already. Hi, Kelly. Yes, I hear you. Okay, and we also have over here, this would be your dwarf right here, the hammer. Very cool. Not a great amount of detail, but they are dry brushed, so that's nice. So you could paint these up nicely, but they don't have a whole heck of a lot of detail to them. And over here you now have, this looks like a thief with the two blades. Very nice. A little bit more detail on this character here. I do like this character here a lot. Very cool looking. Okay. And you have this character right here. The slingshot. That's what it looks like to me, or sling. Or it's a guy that you can use if he's going to be mopping the floor or something, right? Okay, so you got a halfling character, looks like there. And last but not least, a little tricky to get him out of the box. Okay, got him. This almost looks like the evil guy. Not sure who that's for, but doesn't he looks more evil than he does look like a good guy. So I'm not sure which character this is. Maybe he's that red guy that we just saw, the red devil guy. Maybe he's the last fighter that you got to fight. It's a very, very cool figure though. That's a nice detail, dry washed. You know, looks really cool. So that is everything that's included. Yep, everything that's included. And this concludes our unboxing of the board game Dragonlance Warriors of Krynn, brought to you by Dungeons and Dragons, of course, and it was released by Wizards of the Coast and Dungeons and Dragons. For more information, you can go to wizardsofthecoast.com or dungeonsanddragons.com. As always, thank you so much for joining us for this unboxing video. It's truly appreciated. Again, we're talking Dragonlance Warriors of Krynn. If you enjoyed this video, you could always give us a thumbs up and leave a comment below. You could also hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time we release new content to the page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well, enjoy the remainder of your day, and we'll catch you on the next unboxing video.